Alright, here we go. Let's start the league. We're playing blue-black 1-drops today. I just grabbed one of the lists from the challenge, I think 2 weeks ago. So, I don't know, it's kind of a stock-ish list. Playing a bunch of cheap cantrips, a couple of soft protection spells or soft counter spells, some cheap or free removal, some card draw, and then a bunch of delve guys. Got a similar mana base to blue-red delver, so we've got the 6 fetch land and then only 2 of our off-color land. We don't really need 2 swamps in the same turn very often. Sometimes we're going to want that, but not too often. Way more important to get all these islands in play. Hopefully we can get an opponent pretty soon. This deck is pretty fun. I've played it one time. I went 2-1 in a lot of matchups, so I went 4-1 in the league. I lost to a blue-black deck, which is weird. Delver should never really lose to blue-black decks, but I felt like I was pretty far behind most of the time. They were able to just kill my delvers pretty easily with a bunch of 1-mana spells that I couldn't deal with, and all of what I really struggled with was when they played an angler. I have no way to get rid of it, and no real way to counter it either, so we'll see what happens today. I've heard that Boros is not a great matchup for this deck. I haven't played against Boros at all with it, so we'll see how that goes. This hand looks pretty good. I'm going to keep it. Gonna have to decide if I want to fetch after I brainstorm or if I just want to play out my Evolving Wilds. Alright, so we're playing against Burn. I'm guessing this matchup's pretty bad. I'm gonna go ahead and just play out my Delver right away. If they want to use their burn spell on it, they can. I did win this matchup the last time I played it, but I felt like I was pretty lucky to do so. It's interesting they're doing that. I wonder if they're gonna play a mountain and then kill my Delver with what's it called? I can kill my Delver with Searing Blaze. Obviously they're not going to now because I have this Daze ready to go, but gonna have to Daze like a Thermal Alchemist or something. Chain Lightning, obviously can't do anything about that. Another reason why Gitaxian Probe should be banned. It's just not a fun card. Yeah, I don't mind the Bolt. Probe is a pretty bad card. I'm gonna go ahead and just brainstorm here. I'll probably fetch away this Probe. Okay, they still know that I have nothing, so they don't have to think at all. They can just play their cards out. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of this Disfigure. Ooh, definitely getting rid of the Snuff Out. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of the Disfigure. Probe is probably going to be better for me. Grab a Swamp here. Okay. So I could play out the Sultai Scavenger for sure if I want to. I'm gonna go ahead and get an island here. So if I play out the Probe, then I can play my Angler, so that's probably the best play. Cast Preordain here. I don't think I'm gonna have time for another Preordain, but I do want this Thought Scour. That'll let me play out my Scavenger next turn. Down to 9, 2 bolts. Okay, so they've got a really good hand against us. It's gonna be tough for them to kill us this turn. Well, it's impossible for them to kill us this turn, but they might be able to kill me next turn. And there might be nothing I can do about it. I will Daze anything that I can. They drew the perfect card, unfortunately, so I have no outs. Maybe I should have assumed that that might happen and try to deal with that, but I don't know, maybe they'll play around something. They shouldn't, because I can't possibly have anything, but she could have won this game probably. I don't have deck list set up. KFS Hasu, but thanks for joining. I don't have Stream Deck or anything set up. So this was my concern with this probe, with casting our own probe. Killed us, but that's what we had to do. Okay, taking out all the snuff outs, taking out all of... I think I'm going to take out all the probes probably. I'm going to keep the Diabolic Edict in, Dispel and Hydroblasts and Spell Pierces are all in. Sultai Scavenger's pretty bad. I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to take out the 2 Divests and the Disfigure and 2 probes. And I'm going to go with that. I do have to decide if it's better to have something like an Augur or like one of my creatures versus some of these removal spells. I do like keeping some of them. They do play creatures normally. Also decide if I want to keep these probes in. And I think I will. I think I like this right here. Would I like to play first? Yes, I would. This hand seems okay. I'll keep it. I'll just Spell Pierce stuff right away. I'll even Spell Pierce a Gataxian Probe. Okay. Let's go ahead and probe. I'm not going to be able to hold that up anyways. Or I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. Bolt. I'll let Bolt resolve. I'm going to have to brainstorm here if I miss a land. Okay. I'm missing a land. Curse is pretty bad against us. I kind of want them to play that out. Just going to cast Brainstorm here. Alright, I'm going to put the Edict on top. And then I'm going to put the Angler and then the Edict. Play my island here. So they should probably play out their Searing Blaze. I'll Spell Pierce anything I can though. This curse doesn't do much, but I also just want to get these Spell Pierces out of my hand while the getting is good. I'm going to draw this Edict. And then I'll play my Angler out next turn. Seal of Fire is fine. It's not very good. I'm going to shuffle before Thought Scouring because I don't really care if... or I would like to keep an Angler in my deck, I guess. And there I went ahead and drew it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Angler out. And I'm going to hold up my stuff. They're bolting me. I'm going to go ahead and Spell Pierce that. I know their last couple cards. So they're going to have to probably empty their hand to kill my Angler here. Okay, so I know they have a Fire Blast. Gain a Lava Spikes. Unfortunately, this Daze is not going to probably do anything. It's extremely unlikely that it could possibly do anything. This is definitely a close game. If they draw one more land, they're going to lose. If they draw land on this turn, they can't win. All right, angler. Gonna go ahead and get another island here. Possibly should have gotten rid of this Diabolic Edict at some point. I was concerned that if they drew a creature, I would have no outs to it. So if I flip my Delver, then we're all good. But if I don't flip my Delver, I might want to, I'll want to cast out this Angler next turn. I'm just going to Diabolic Edict my opponent. Yeah. So now if I draw a land, I'll be able to play out my Angler. Looks like my opponent drew back-to-back burn spells, so I do lose here. Needle drop. Jesus. Maybe I don't lose. Well, now my opponent knows I have double days, but actually I'll probably win now unless they draw exactly Fire Blast. They're not going to be able to play around double days, most likely. Alright, opponent, one turn. That doesn't do anything. Blunk. We got him. Cool. We win this game. On to game 3. Okay, I didn't really see anything there that made me want to play anything different. Could maybe try to get some of these in here and take some more of my removal out. I don't really see much. I haven't seen any creatures yet. I didn't see anything in there though that would have been a sideboard card. So maybe the Seal of Fire. Maybe they took out their creatures. I'll take out the 2 edicts and bring my scavengers back in. No, I think I'd rather have Augur than Scavenger. Scavenger's pretty bad. No, okay. I'm not really sure how to board here. Obviously Augur is pretty slow, but it's not dead the way the Diabolic Edict might be. Okay, this hand's pretty good. I'm gonna keep this one. My opponent has Probe, so again, we're not gonna play a fun game of Magic, unfortunately. Rift Bolt, huh? I think I'm gonna go ahead and preordain then. I'll play out my Delver next turn. Ponder to the bottom. I don't have time to cast that sort of thing, but I will keep this mental note. I think I'll go ahead and daze most, like a bunch of their 2-drops. I'll go ahead and daze those, but otherwise I'll just let them happen. Another Rift Bolt, huh? Okay. Alright, if my opponent wants to kill my Delver with a Rift Bolt, so be it. That'll just help me cast my Angler. So normally against regular Delver, you want to be killing the Delvers. But against our deck, I do think that they should be bolting our face, so I'm just going to go ahead and daze that. Get my money out of my days, plus I don't have a land drop for next turn anyways, and this means I can cast my Angler here no matter what I draw. Nope. This game is going to be tough to lose unless they play a land and just double bolt my angler. Even then, it's going to be pretty tough to lose, I think. My opponent just stumbled too long. Yep, Days will lock it up for sure. Cool, we're going to start 1-0 against Burn. See what my opponent's got. I'll just Spell Pierce or Dispel whatever they play here. Spell Pierce. Hooray, we win. Cool, move on to round number 2. So that's one of the benefits of playing a deck like ours and one of the downsides of playing a deck like Burn. They have no card selection, they can't keep a 1-land hand necessarily, or if they do, they can just get killed. Alrighty. We've got a pretty decent hand here, I guess. We've got some cantrips. I'm just going to keep it. It's obviously not amazing. Ooh, Thornwood Falls. Well, this stuff's probably going to be pretty bad against that, but we'll see. Pre-dam and just try to find lands here. I can't keep either of those, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to keep that Gush. Oh, we're playing against Tron, sure. This should be a very good matchup, but we don't have a very good hand so far for this matchup at all. Alright, obviously it is Tron, just like I thought. Let's ponder, see if we can hit a land here. We did. Don't really... Well, I guess I do kind of want to draw the Scavenger, I suppose. Shuffle, no. Play that. Should probably just go ahead and Thought Scour this stuff to the bottom. Or, yeah, I'll Thought Scour. Alright, well, our hand is terrible. This is an incredibly slow draw against this opponent. I'm going to go ahead and daze that just because it's going to be really hard for us to daze anything. Alright, let's see if I can find a black source. Looks like no is the answer to that. Alright, well, I've looked at 30 cards-ish and haven't seen a black source, unfortunately. I'm going to Brainstorm on my turn. No reason to do it on their turn. Mulldrifter back on top of the deck. So I'll actually be able to daze that card next turn, which is nice. Brainstorm. Probably going to put double Snuff Out on top. Oh my god, we're Brainstorm locked, and we can't cast anything in our hand. Pretty much. Well, this is terrible. This is one of the problems with playing this deck, is I only have 7 black sources, although I did look at about 40 cards at this point and haven't found any of them. See if my opponent plays into another Daze. Looks like they're not going to. They're just going to Rolling Thunder my Delver for 1. That's interesting. Well, I guess I'll daze that. Well, I guess I can pay mana for this since I have no anything. Oh man, if I could have actually dazed this Delver. I figured they had another land, but or I could have dazed this Mulldrifter, but now I can't. Delver's no big deal if I can draw a swamp like a black source, untap black source this exact turn. But this is probably my last turn to do it, otherwise I'll be done. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. Well, whatever. I'll keep playing, but I can't possibly win at this point. Yep. Prophetic Prism. I'm going to give myself one more turn to draw Black Source, and if I don't this turn, I'm going to concede. So I'm not going to sit around waiting for our 1% chance to win here. Yeah, let's just move on from here. I don't need to keep playing that. Okay, dazes are pretty bad. A lot of our spells are pretty bad. Dispel's okay. I don't mind keeping in some dazes. This deck, the Teamer version, does operate without any... does operate without Tron a lot of the time. Hydroblast seems okay. I'm sure they're going to have 4 Pyroblasts, so I'll bring in 1 Hydroblast. I really don't need these removal spells that badly. I guess Snuff Out is probably better than Ghastly Demise. Yeah, this seems okay. Debating if I want to keep any Spell Pierces, like I have 1. I'm going to keep this for now. We'll see how this game turns out. This hand seems fine. I'll keep it. There's a decent chance I'm just going to have to fetch out a black source here. But we'll see what I can probe into. Here I am casting the least fun card in Magic. Now I won't have to think for the rest of the game, so that's good. Okay, looks like I will be fetching out an island here. Alrighty. That hand is pretty bad for my opponent. They're very far away from doing anything important at all. But we've drawn 2 removal spells, which are, of course, our worst cards in the deck. This seems fine here. I guess I'm going to take this Ponder. I want all of these. I don't think my opponent's going to cast any anything I want to counter with a blue spell here. That was a pretty good draw for my opponent, but not amazing. All right, Ponder here. This looks pretty good. I don't really want to get the... I guess I have to draw the Evolving Wilds, but that's fine. Taxium Probe, no. Okay, they still have nothing of great importance. Go ahead and cast the Sultai Scavenger here. If they draw an untapped land, I don't want them to be able to Edict my Gurmag Angler through my days. Okay. Downside of this is if they don't draw that, if they don't draw an untapped land or whatever, if there's something that I can't daze anything this turn, then I can't play my Gurmag Angler, unfortunately. So at this point they would have taken 2 more damage. Yeah, this is probably a pretty bad line. I should have probably just played my Gourmet Gangler out. They don't have that many untapped lands, I don't think. These cards are just really bad. These should probably just be like Augurs. I think I probably should have brought that in instead. Spell Pierce is also definitely better than Hydroblast. Yeah, if we go to a game 3, I'm gonna have to do that. All right, I'm gonna daze this. Not gonna be a whole lot else that I can daze this game anyways. I think I'm gonna keep that. Alright, so I've missed out on 4 damage so far, so we'll see if that comes back to bite me. Yep. So obviously they don't have a burn spell, because they would have burned this guy. Which is a shame, because we're sitting here with his dead Hydroblast. Alright. Drawn kind of excessively poorly this game, unfortunately. Drawn 3 lands too many pretty much, and 3 dead cards. Also, I played a little poorly, so definitely gonna lose if they just have an Edict here. Evoked Muldrifter is no big deal. Divination is pretty bad when you're getting beaten down by a Gourmet Gangler. Okay. So our last turn to resolve something when they can't do anything about it. Sure, let's go ahead and cast that. Well, I think I'd rather them cast Muldrifter next turn, because they won't be able to cast anything else after it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Seagate Oracle, I think. They see the same number of cards anyways. Fortunately, no matter what, I have no answer. I have no way to counter this Pulse of Marasa or anything like that. Also have no way to get in this 1 extra damage here. So, getting pretty punished for my play earlier. They missed a land drop, which is nice. Drew a Delver, which would have been great a turn ago, but still a little bad now. Demise that. Delver. So if my Delver flips, I do still have lethal next turn, even through the Pulse of Marasa. We've both had really bad draws this game. See if my opponent's draw can figure itself out here. Come on, any spell. It's not the one I really wanted to see, but... So now we can't beat a Fog. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Be really nice if I drew one of my Dispels or just any card that I could cast that could matter. Yeah, I think we lost this game. We took way too long to win. Like 5 turns too long. I don't know, if we get lucky they'll tap out and play some kind of stupid like Ulamog's Crusher, but that can't happen. If they wanted to get really risky, they could tap out to Rolling Thunder our whole team, but they didn't do that. No reason not to Ghastly Demise this guy. My opponent playing really loose. They should have done this in my upkeep for sure. They should have fogged me. Like, I have like 10 spells in my deck that could have countered this, but I didn't draw any of them, so we're sitting here not doing anything. Should have probably played the Evolving Wilds for when I draw a Brainstorm or a Ponder. I think they can also kill both my creatures with Rolling Thunder and Condescend me. So that'll probably be game over. So maybe I should have played out my extra land. Actually, they're 1 short here. They know I don't have Dispel or yeah, they know I don't have Dispel, and they know that I don't have Spell Pierce, so they don't have to play around those, because I would have already won the game if I had those. Yeah, this is an awful lot of thinking for the very obvious play. I'll give it 1 more draw, but we're dead. Yeah. All right. Well, had some pretty terrible draws there, but it is what it is. Our opponent's draw was really bad too, but we still just couldn't beat it. Maybe I should have mulliganed some of those hands, but I had a lot of really had a lot of cantrips. I thought I would get there, but guess not. Thank you to everyone who's joined the stream. Welcome. You guys having any issues with the sound or the video? Am I dropping any frames? Looks like I dropped some a little earlier. So I could try to get some music on again. Every time I do it, my download speed drops to like 1 megabit per second. I don't know why. It's going at 50 right now, but whenever I throw on Spotify, it just throttles me to death. Which is definitely weird. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'm giving up on the music. It's all weird. All right, this hand looks fine. Oh man, is this a streamer mirror match? I'm gonna keep this. I don't know what he's playing, but I believe it is live right now. I was hosting him earlier, so this is streamer Negashane. I'm guessing there's a decent chance that this is a mirror match here. I'm just gonna go ahead and probe him. Am I gonna get spell pierced? Oh, brainstorm. Ooh, keeping it a secret. Alright, what am I playing against? Yeah, looks like some sweet Delver nonsense. Well, I would definitely rather that get dazed than my probe, so obviously gonna put that on the bottom, Delver on the top. We'll pass the turn. See what kind of Delver Shane is on. Let's go ahead and divest him. See if I get spell pierced here. If we get spell pierced, then I'll know it's the mirror. Okay, it is the mirror. Let's see. So after I take the scavenger here, yeah, so if he decides to daze my Delver, I will be able to I'll be able to cast my Angler next turn. Cool. He also lost one swamp, so he's got to be careful to he's got to be careful to grab another one with that Evolving Wilds pretty soon. He might lose them all. Let's go ahead and brainstorm here. Shouldn't have played my land out, that was a mistake. Okay. Put both of those on top. Let's go ahead and probe them. Still just nothing in hand. Well, wait, did he have a Thought Scour still? Shoot, what did I just reveal? Oh man. I X'd out of too many cards. Really don't want him to Thought Scour in. Well, if he Thought Scours into a daze, he'll just daze his daze. That's whatever. He's just fetching. Cool. Got his last swamp. Doesn't even have snow-covered swamps. Come on, Shane. Alright, now he knows that I have this daze. Alright, there's the Evolving Wilds. So we've got a terrible hand now. It was okay before, but now it's garbage. We have a bunch of dead cards. In fact, I have all 4 dead cards. Against any card that matters from my opponent, all 4 of these are dead. So, I think I might just daze this. I'm just trying to, I'm like hoping that he doesn't draw anything that matters. Shoot. Drew something that matters. Ponder is a great draw for my opponent. I would love to draw a Ponder. Swamp, and then let's see what swampy thing he has. Yeah, it looks like he... Oh man, you should not be doing this, Shane. What if I had another daze? Yeah, so obviously we have nothing. Yeah, we lose. We almost certainly lose this game. My opponent has a Disfigure, so I'm going to attack. While he cannot use his Disfigure to trade with, or to trade Disfigure for my Angler. These removal spells are really awful. I don't know, like, if they need to be something different, but there's just a lot of decks that play black creatures. Maybe he's tuning into the stream to see if I have Disfigure. This would be a huge blowout if I had Disfigure. He would probably lose the game. Yeah, he doesn't care. I don't have it. I do have an answer to that. You know, it'd be amazing if he did something to counter that. Ooh, that's a good draw. I can shuffle away 2 of these removal spells. Yeah, cool. I think I'd rather have a Daze than these removal spells. But I don't really need this island, so I guess I'll keep the Ghastly Demise. And get rid of the trash. Still drew another island. I'm gonna hold that. Do have one more Brainstorm, I think. Can't remember how many Brainstorms are in this deck. Maybe there's only one. Or maybe there's only 2. I'm not sure, but I don't think I'm gonna get punished for that anyway. There's that Disfigure that I could have used to kill the Angler earlier. This little guy definitely would have won me the game. So it's just coming down to whoever draws Angler first. Neither deck has any answers really to Angler. That's pretty much the #1 weakness of this deck. Well, that's not very good. I'm just gonna hold that stuff. Maybe I'll thin out my library. Let me quick check my deck list to see. Blue, black, 1 drops. How many Brainstorms do I have? Full 4. Okay. Ponder, sure. Yeah, okay. We're gonna die. We're gonna die to this stupid thing. Unless we draw our own. Sure, I'll run a Delver into a Disfigure, why not? Alright, I guess I'll play on my island. If I get to untap with this Delver, I'll get to shuffle stuff away with Ash Barrens. Kind of figured that wouldn't happen. Anyway, I've got all kinds of stuff to shuffle away with Brainstorm. Almost all of these cards are useless, so... Yep, another great draw. Hopefully our opponent misses again. Hey, Preordain, that's a nice one. And we get to put 2 terrible cards to the bottom. We get to Thought Scour myself. Alright. Play that guy. I don't really see myself I just want to play around, I don't know, nothing. Brainstorm into Double Daze. Just don't see myself needing all these cards in my graveyard for anything anyway. We are on pace to win if my opponent doesn't draw their own Angler. Ooh, those are some good ones. Those are some very good ones. Shuffle, no. Doink, doink. Brainstorm. Let's get rid of Evolving Wilds and Ghastly Demise, I think. Now let's get rid of an island as well. Thought Scour me. Another Evolving Wilds. Okay, let's Preordain. Spell Pierce is bad. Sultai Scavenger is fine. Let's attack. Gonna play around days here. Can't remember if we still know about that island or not. Okay, Preordain. Pretty good one. He needs to draw his own angler pretty much. Even that's going to be pretty bad for him because I'll just disfigure his angler. Oh no. He drew a gush. No. He drew the same ones I did. Days is looking pretty bad right now. In theory, it could have done something if he drew like 5 cantrips, just like tons of cantrips. Like I almost played into Days last turn. All right. Let's go ahead and grab an island here. Hey, that's the same card I left on top because the shuffler is bad. I think I'll just attack with both, and I'll disfigure the angler. There's only one disfigure in the deck, so might as well do this. 5 mana, huh? He drew another gush? That's not fair. I didn't draw anything that good. You guys were saying about my dazes? Oh yeah, they're looking pretty nice now. Thanks for joining, you guys. Nice to see both of you here. Taxium Probe. Yeah, I'm gonna Spell Pierce that. Taste it. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I can't remember if he has a land drop or not. Yeah, he already played one. Okay, so now I can double Daze an Angler or whatever. Preordain's fine. It's a little questionable since I don't have a 1-turn clock, but... Gush. Gush. Delver, huh? I guess Delver's okay. I'm gonna play out my Evolving Wilds, and just in case somehow my Delver survives. Yeah, I mean, I'll daze it, I guess. Yeah, Delver seems fine here. He's gonna have, like, not be able to cast something that can block my Delver and something that can block my Angler. And my opponent's Delvers are obviously very bad. Alright, let's go ahead and kill that Delver. And he can't snuff out. Flip. No. I would like to draw something different than that. Let's grab another island. That's what I needed to draw. I can pretty much guarantee that I can flip next turn. Let's put island. Yeah, island, then Ghastly Demise. I guess I'll go ahead and attack with both. Can't block my Delver, of course. All right, playing around double days. Drew another gush. Yes, I would like to pay. Okay. Brainstorm's fine. We're both getting pretty low on cards in deck. But I think I pretty much got this one locked up. I don't think there's any combination of draws he could have to survive, because he already got rid of one of his swamps. If he had two swamps, he could Ghastly Demise my Delver and then play an Angler to block my Angler. So you thought Scouring me. Nice, nice play. Alright, I still win. Cool. So, Diabolic Edict obviously is great. And since that card is great, these ones must be great. These all seem great. Snuff Out seems awful. Update for me? No. Dude, I like really late. 2 a.m. 3 a.m. Okay. I guess it's not possible. All right. Okay, so those removal spells are bad. I think Disfigure is actually better than Ghastly Demise. Yeah, I'm cutting all those for sure. I'm gonna cut all the dazes. I'll just play around days. Spell Pierce is also pretty bad. I don't have enough cards to bring in, so I'm gonna bring in the Dispels, obviously. So cards that are bad, that I don't want to play, are in this pile here. Alright. This is my list of cards that are terrible. Also, Delver's pretty bad, but assuming that people board out a decent number of stuff, there's no way Dispel is as bad as these other cards. There's just a lot of instants in the deck. Like, you can, like, it's not great, but it counters a lot of stuff. Like, it counters Diabolic Edict, one of the most important spells in the matchup. Brainstorm and Gush. Brainstorm, Gush, Mental Note, and Thought Scour. Like, it at least counters those things. Whereas the rest of the stuff is bad. Yeah, Disfigure is definitely the best of the removal spells, so I definitely want that one. As far as the other ones go, I guess I'll go with one of each. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. They're only for killing, like, Delvers and stuff. Maybe they're better. Maybe Spell Pierce is better. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep one of each of these bad boys in. Seems fine. I don't know. Divest is also a little questionable. This deck does not have that many creatures, but I think it's better than Spell Pierce. We'll go with this. I don't know. Sand seems good. I can cast this Scavenger pretty fast, probably like turn 2. Maybe it's turn 3, I'm not sure. Ponder. Nice, nice. That's a pretty bad one. I think I'll probably just wait to probe till next turn. I'm on the draw, so like Daze is even worse. Maybe on the play I'll bring one in. Ugh, my opponent has the nut draw. Gets to set up the Ponder. Opponent's hand is much better than ours already. Alright, let's go and grab an island. Okay. Delver's awful. Let's probe here. Ugh. Yeah, my opponent has all the good cards. Gosh, Stormbound Geist. Alright, done. So let's go ahead and... I don't really care. Well, do I care if stuff gets dazed? I guess so. I guess I don't want my stuff dazed. Alright. I can probably play around dazed the entire game. I have a lot of lands, so I guess I don't really want them to daze me. Yeah, it was definitely a question of whether or not I want to let Delver get dazed or if I want to make Daze a dead card. It's tricky. Brainstorm's gone. So I don't know which of these things are left. Like, there's a decent chance that this Daze isn't in my opponent's hand anymore. I'm going to go ahead and cast Mental Note end of turn to see if he kept the Daze. Which makes me, you know, upset that I did that because I would have, I guess, rather not let anything get dazed this game. Okay. I kind of want double Swamp now. So I think I will do that. Alright. Let's get that Stormbound Geist, so that's pretty good. That's a good draw. Hit that Divest. It's got all kinds of stuff. Also has a Diabolic Edict. I'm obviously going to take the Stormbound Geist. Does still have the Daze, so I'm going to go ahead and not play into that at all this game. Real question is, what do I do here? I think I just play the Sultai. Well, I guess I'll play the Delver. My opponent doesn't have a black mana, so there's something to be said about playing the Sultai Scavenger out, but... Okay, they drew black mana this turn. I'm going to save my Ash Barrens here. I could Brainstorm here to make sure this flips, but I think I'd rather keep it. So here's a question: if I play a little defensively and try to block, or if I try to start killing my opponent. I think I'm going to Brainstorm first and see. There's something to be said about spending the mana, but I also don't want to play into Daze at all this game. Like, I don't want to give him any targets the whole game now. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to get some sweet value. Attack with my Aberration. I guess I should probably probe in case I draw like a Dispel. Scavenger's better than Delver, I think. Hey, thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Let me pull that up. Popper Fox, thank you for following. All right, we're getting a swamp here from our opponent. Okay, yes. Well, you know what was even better? This happening. All right. It's Shane Kung Fu Trees. You can't question it, okay? You can't question the method or the madness. All right, I'm getting probed. Okay, my opponent threw a card away, so therefore I should be ahead. Oh man, I mental noted away some really good cards. I would have really liked to have drawn some of those. Obviously, get rid of Delver. Okay, let's ponder. Stuff seems okay in that one of these cards seems okay. Would I like to shuffle? No, I would not. I would like to Thought Scour myself, put 2 lands in the graveyard. Alright, I think I just stay back here. Double swamps are hurting me a bit, and it is true I should have probably played this out last turn. Maybe I should have kept one of those islands just so I could play a little more. But I'm trying to play for the long game here. Hopefully they don't flip. That's good. Yeah, this is not looking good. Fortunately, my Edict only hits this Augur right now. I think I have to play it just for mana efficiency's sake. Maybe I should have brought in Shrivel. Alright, so I think I'm going to ponder. Those are good. Kinda. Shuffle, no. Definitely putting myself in an awkward place with all these draws here, though. I'm sure I could have done something better this game. Sure. Thought Scour. Now the question is, do I Thought Scour myself? Do I play the Augur and almost certainly miss? Do I play the Delver and guaranteed not flip? I think I'm going to preordain. I'm going to grab that Ash Barrens. I'm going to grab an island and play the Delver. Alright, hopefully he misses another turn. That would be sweet. Especially since he made this pretty questionable play to Thought Scour on his end of turn. Or on my turn. This is just justice. It's not justice because he drew a creature. Alright. What do we got? No, I don't want to reveal that. I think I want to draw it though. Dispel, okay. Which spell? Dispel. Play out another Delver. Should I start attacking with my Gurmag Angler? Can't really take all the damage if they flip, so... You think I just cast Thought Scour? I would rather do it in my upkeep, I think. Because I get 2 shots at flipping here. Looks like my opponent drew another Angler. Okay, we got 1 Delver. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna flip. But I am going to Thought Scour that away. Don't want to draw another one. Ooh. Alright, I think we're swinging in. Because my opponent misses one more turn, we're gonna clock him. Yeah, let's get it. This might be too aggressive. I think I'm pretty far ahead of my opponent, so maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But I think it's all right. I guess I'll dispel. Chances that I can dispel something. See if I draw. Ooh. Get to kill one of those bad Larrys in their upkeep. Still didn't flip, huh? I guess I don't need to demise one of them. Another one. Yeah, you know what makes me really happy about my attack? This situation that's going on here. Unfortunately, I can't just get around that by jumping with the angler. I don't think there's any reason for me to demise right now. Rainstorm. That's all pretty good. Fortunately, I don't really have a choice other than just drawing those two. Snuff out one of those with my floating mana. Fly over. So unless he draws a gush, I think we've pretty much locked this up. Okay, Thought Scour could be anything. I guess I'll wait for him to cast it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna block that. Nah, I don't care. So this way I can play around Diabolic Edict. If I get to draw my card, that's extremely questionable. What are you doing? I guess maybe he's trying to play around my Ghastly Demise. Maybe I should have just done it right away. Well, too late to do anything about it now. Just gonna try to kill this guy. See if he Thought Scours into a Dispel here. I was hoping he'd make like some greedy attack or something. Yay, we win. GG's. That was a little loose of me. Definitely loose on his side. That daze could have really been brutal, but instead it turned into nothing. All right, on to match number 4. Hey, Papa Fox, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the chat. This deck is pretty sweet. We got like destroyed by just not drawing anything good twice, but it's definitely sweet. So I played against Burn, and I barely lost the first game, and I lost to Tron because we just didn't draw anything. Like, we didn't kill him. Didn't kill him until turn 8 or 9, so it was way too late. Then we just won the mirror. Tron should be a super good matchup though, but just happened to draw pretty poorly. I went through about 40 cards in the first game without finding any source of black. And then the second game, I got flooded, so then I lost. Also, I got flooded with my bad cards. What does C is for Cookie always play? Also, where's MTG Bot? Why is MTG Bot not here? It was the Tron that's bad against us though. It was like the full-on Marasa Tron that doesn't really get Tron very quickly. I'll keep this. Real question is if I should. C is for Cookie always plays Elves, right? So I want to get black right away. Yeah. Cool. The only real question is if I disfigure this or if I Ghastly Demise it. I think I'll disfigure it. Ghastly Demise is just strictly better later, so. These are all great. I will put them all on top. Oh, I already have a gush. I think I still want another gush. This matchup seems pretty iffy. Yeah, I played against CS for Cookie yesterday and he was on this deck, so I definitely want the Thought Scour at the very least. No. Elvish Vanguard is not very important. I should have put my island next, obviously. Yeah, this was a little questionable sequencing for sure. Lead the Stampede, okay. Done. Thought Scour me. An Angler. So turn 3 Angler's pretty good. So see what my opponent draws. I'm guessing he's gonna go ahead and play out Lead the Stampede here. Which unfortunately I don't have a daze for, but didn't draw very well off of it. Okay, let's go ahead and gush, see what we get. Ooh, Snuff Out is great. Play out my island. I'm gonna snuff out the Birchlar Rangers, I think. Okay, Birchlar Rangers are gone. I don't think I need double black. Yeah, okay. It's pretty good. This is a pretty fast clock. Let's see what my opponent can do here. This was a little questionable in that now I can't Gaslight Demise anything, but I think that's fine. I think I'm just gonna gush here. Let's play Mental Note. I think I'm gonna play Delver. And then I think I'm gonna kill the Well-Wisher. I'm gonna attack with everything first, though. If my opponent wants to kill my Delver with Elvish Vanguard, that's fine. If they want to take 10 or if they want to chump with some Elves here. It's a decent chance they take 10 because they think they're going to be able to like do stuff with Well-Wisher. But I'm going to kill that Well-Wisher. We'll see. Yeah, I wanted to like be good at racing, and these guys can never get in again after that turn. And it would have probably just traded, but maybe not. I don't know, this matchup seems pretty tough in general. I do get stuck kind of doing this now, huh? I can't cast Snuff Out if I don't block. Yeah, I don't know about that attack last turn, I guess. And I also maybe should have just snuffed out this guy. I mean, this matchup seems terrible, but I think I could have probably won this game. So if I chump here and I draw snuff out, I can definitely win. I can't live through next... Well... Yeah, I can't live through the next attack even if I flip here. I think I have to block. They're both bad. Alright, we're dead. Darn. Matchup seems pretty bad, but I don't know. I think I could have probably won that. Yeah, just bring in the removal. The anglers are kind of bad. Delver, like everything's kind of bad. Spell Pierce, definitely don't want. Daze is medium. It's pretty good on the play still. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to cut a couple of them, but I don't think I want to cut all of them. What do I want to cut? Maybe a probe? All this stuff seems fine. I'll just cut another Daze. Would I like to play first? Yes, I would. This hand seems fine. I'll keep it. I need to obviously draw a black source. I'm going to probe on the first turn because I'm going to cast Divest if I draw a swamp. They just kept a no land hand. They put the card on top because they're very lucky. And there is no justice at all. Keeping a no land hand in their 13 land deck or whatever. Or 11 lands, is that what they play now? Not very many. Snow covered swamp, no. Alright, what did they all have in here? Not much that was very good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and edict this. No. I think I'm gonna divest something that doesn't die to shrivel. So what do you think? Elvish Vanguard or Timberwatch? I think I'm gonna take the Vanguard. And I'll leave the shrivel here. And I'll just go ahead and kill that guy with Ghastly Demise next turn. Should have probably done this right away so I could daze it if I drew it. Okay. Hopefully we flip to... Okay. It's pretty decent. Alright, we got a clock. My opponent drew 2 lands in a row and they kept a no land hand in their, what, 11, 12, 13 forest deck, so that's definitely pretty annoying. This looks like the turn I'm gonna have to shrivel regardless of what I draw, whether or not I flip my Delver. What do you guys think? What do I know is their last card? Quarian Ranger. Last card's Quarian Ranger. I'm gonna go ahead and get an island with this. Yeah, it's just gonna feel really bad when they top deck Distant Melody here and I lose. That's really the issue. I'm perfectly happy to take 4. here they probably did not draw a Distant Melody. A Morph. Another Birchlow Rangers, huh? I think I'm just going to kill that Birchlow Rangers. Plunk. Flip. Yeah. Do you think they chump block here? I'm going for maximum damage. Cool. Rewarded. It's probably pretty unnecessary since they're never going to win from there, but still. All right, cool. That worked out well. Should I be bringing in Augur of Bolas? I don't think I want Augur of Bolas. They saw my 1 days last game, but they also aren't going to play around it. Augur seems pretty good. Especially with all these spells that are good. What do I take out? Maybe I take out... the Delvers are medium. For sure. Probe out, one probe out. Maybe one Delver out. I'm trying to shrivel and stuff. Also, I want to keep my concentration of hits high for Augur. Alright, goodbye, Probe. You dead. Probe is just so good at you know, being a card that I can Gurmag angle. Alright, this hand seems fine. Should I kill that guy right now? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, let's go ahead and play Delver. I can still snuff out next turn, obviously. Priest of Titania, huh? Should I brainstorm here, you think? Just to flip them for sure? That might be worth it. I think I want to keep most of this stuff anyways. Yeah, okay, so let's go Evolving Wilds on top. And then a Thought Scour. Yes. Kind of want to snuff out that Priest. They missed their land drop last turn. That's going to slow them down a lot. Sylvan Ranger, okay. Ghastly Demise, sure. Killing the Elves might be pretty good here, but also I'd like to cast a Gurmag Angler, so... Sultai Scavenger. Yeah, I'll put these both on top. What do you guys think? Do I kill the Finhorn Elves or just save my Ghastly Demise for something different? I'm not actually going to wait for you to respond, but I do want to know what you think. Yeah, now I wish I would have killed the the Finhorn Elves. That doesn't do anything right now. Think I should have played Scavenger over Angler? That might be the case, but Angler is still good for this turn. Luckily I didn't draw Shrivel. Yeah, I like playing the Angler just because this is the one turn when I can play Angler and not have it be just absolute trash. So I'm going to Gush here and then Brainstorm some of these lands away. I think I'm going to Probe. Okay, they're just drawing cards. Definitely, these flyers are medium for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a swamp here. Yeah, I think I have to kill the Quarian Ranger. It's gonna cut him off a ton of mana. Well, just a couple mana, but it also is gonna prevent them from doing all kinds of other shenanigans. So let's go ahead and Thought Scour myself. Play another Angler. All right, what you got, opponent? Gotta lead the Stampede. They've got one mana. Hooray, we win! We did it. The matchup seems pretty bad, but we got a super big blowout with the Shrivel, and they had a pretty weak draw in game 3, so we killed them. Doing all right. This is twice I've played this deck and lost what I felt was a good matchup to, well, not like what should have been a good matchup, just to like not drawing anything good. So I don't know if this deck's maybe a little inconsistent, but we are 3-1. Locked up a treasure chest. As you guys know, I am a 4-1 machine. I go 4-1 every time, pretty much without fail. I almost never 5-0, and I almost never 3-2. I just 4-1 with every deck all the time, which is fine, I suppose. It's pretty good. But I would trade it for a couple 5-0s and a couple 3-2s in a second. One thing I will say about this deck is I can take it through a league in, you know, about the amount of time that it takes me to play 1.5 matches with teachings. So that's definitely an upside of playing this deck. This is actually just the type of deck that I really like playing. Normally in other formats, like I used to always play Delver when it was in Standard, and that's just my favorite style is tempo. So, but my actual favorite style is like lockout control decks, and we don't really have one of those in Pauper, so I just play teachings anyways. It's as close as you can get, really. Maybe I should concoct a Tron deck that's really about locking the opponent out of the game, like a bunch of capsizes, like tons of them. Just turbo out Tron and then capsize them to death. All right, cool. Here we are. We lost the roll again. We've been losing the roll a lot. But I did win it against Elves. This hand seems super medium, but I am going to keep it. I don't know. I don't know if it's good, but if I can trade all of these cards for a card each, I'll be in a good spot. Bajuka Bog. Okay, so this is probably a pretty bad matchup. This deck is quite bad against... I'm actually just going to hold up Spell Pierce. Yeah. Hey R&D Function, thank you for joining. Playing some sweet blue-black Angler. Blue-black 1-drops. Alright, we're casting the least fun card in the game. Ooh, my opponent is playing some teachings, it looks like. Very nice. Our deck is probably very good against this, but my hand is quite bad against it at the moment. Brainstorm, I'm going to shuffle away some lands, at least one of them. Probably 2 of them, yep. Can get rid of a swamp and an island, and we'll fetch out an island here, just right now. This matchup's probably pretty bad, which is crazy, because Delver decks should be able to just destroy... Should just be able to destroy these teachings decks, but we've got a bunch of cards that aren't very good, unfortunately. So that's going to make it tough for sure. Let's go ahead and preordain. These are both good. Shuffle, no. Just fill in my graveyard. Yeah, Daze is great, but it's not going to be very good here. At least not yet. But if there was any deck that Daze would destroy, it's this one. Teachings can't play around Daze. Just not possible. Oh, this isn't Teachings. I've been lied to. Who is playing Evankar's Justice in their Chittering Rats deck? Oh my god. This is just nonsense. Yeah, we're gonna destroy this matchup probably. I am gonna just play right into their Disfigure. It's not a big deal. I think Daze is mediocre against Teachings. As someone who plays Teachings more than any other person probably in the world, Daze is very good against Teachings. Crazy good. Our opponent is missing land drops, so Daze is even better than usual. Snuff Out's awful. Ash Baron's also awful. Island, also awful. Fortunately for us, our opponent's draw is terrible, so I don't know. Like, I can just Spell Pierce this. Yeah, if they had even like a remotely reasonable collection of lands, we would be in trouble. But that's the problem with playing blue-black control decks. You need to draw exactly all your right answers, plus you need to draw lands, so it is definitely tough. Now watch, I'm going to get to Daze the 7-card Justice here. Do I care about that? Do I just double Daze this guy? What do you think? I think I double Daze it. What are they going to do about it? This is a tough call, but I know two of their cards and they both do nothing. So I think that's good to do that, to cut them off of some more options. I could save Daze for Muldrifter, but their last two cards would have to be Muldrifter and an untapped land. And if I'd flipped there, that would still not save them. And evoked Muldrifter. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, we win. Cool. Yeah, I think I like that double Daze play. They have to draw like really specific stuff to even survive. But anyway. Okay. We're gonna bring in our anti-control package here. We've got our Dispels, got our Stormbound Geist, we've got our Augurs, and I think I'm gonna bring in the Spell Pierce. I'm gonna take out all of my removal. Maybe I'll keep in the Disfigure. I don't know. Probably not. Do I want to Disfigure? It seems terrible. I cut a Daze on the draw. Yeah, I think I'm cutting all the removal. The only question is if I want Edict, because like they play Anglers, and maybe I want Disfigure, because they're obviously a Flicker deck. I don't think I care about that stuff though. I'd rather just tempo them out with cheap stuff. We are blue-black 1-drops after all, and Diabolic Edict is a 2-drop. You don't think they have any Anglers? That's probably true. Let's do this. Hopefully we only draw the good cards. I mean, these are good cards. I'll keep this. I'm going to ponder on turn 1, I think. These seem fine. Which card am I going to shuffle away? I think I'd rather shuffle away Delver. Shuffle, no. All right, they're doing nothing again. I'm also pretty much doing nothing. I think I'm gonna brainstorm. Maybe I should play out my Delver right away to get the clock going, but I think I'd rather hold up my Spell Pierce here. Okay, let's brainstorm. That seems pretty good. Now I can fetch out an island. I'm gonna shuffle away a Delver. What else do you guys think I should shuffle away? I'm gonna shuffle away one Delver. I want to keep my Spell Pierce, and I think I want to keep this Divest probably. It seems pretty strong. Maybe I probably don't need all these brainstorms. You think I keep both Delvers? I think Divest is actually really good here. This is tough. I'm gonna do this. All of their good cards are creatures. I'm gonna play Augur next turn anyway. Or Angler, I mean. So right now the Stormbound Geist doesn't do anything. What do you guys think? Probably the Mulldrifter. Still just the best card. Stormbound Geist currently doesn't block any of my creatures. Seagate Oracle's a lot more efficient. But no, because if I Seagate Oracle, then they can just get back with Unearth. Alright, we're going Mulldrifter. That made my decision easier for sure. So their hand's not that good. I think I will run a Delver into the Slaughter here. I don't mind if they Chainer's Edict it. Then I'm just gonna Thought Scour here. Probably gonna go ahead and not flip my Delver. That's the problem with keeping letting them keep the Stormbound guys. Now I can't do anything. I do get to keep looking at my top card though. Nah. Alright, so we're getting in there. Question here. I think I'm gonna. The question is if I want to hold up Spell Pierce this turn after I play my Augur. Looks like I still can. I think I'll keep the Dispel. What am I gonna shuffle away? Definitely. I think I'll play Angler this turn then. And put maybe I'll shuffle away the Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is getting worse and worse. I'm gonna put Preordain, Thought Scour on top, play the island, cast my Angler. So I think I'm just gonna play my Augur too. I should have probably gotten rid of my Spell Pierce. This was a bad play. I should have gotten rid of the Spell Pierce here, because now I'm not holding it up. But yeah, this was really bad. This was stupid. This was a bad series of plays that I just made, but I did it. I did what I did. Still, I don't think they're gonna have any targeted removal for my angler, probably in their whole deck. And what would have been a really bad situation is if they disfigure my Delver and then kill my angler. Yeah, playing really loose this game, but I think we're pretty far ahead anyway. That's a pretty good draw for my opponent, I guess. They've already played that swamp, but they've got these cards that don't do anything chilling in their hand. I do have to decide if I want to let them unearth. No. These seem okay. I got rid of, oh, that was dumb. All right, I'm playing super loose, guys. Sorry that I'm playing like trash. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with both of these. This is questionable. I would have probably chumped if I were them. I should have probably gotten rid of both of these cards. Like this Celtai Scavenger, the second Scavenger is gonna be tough to actually use, but I think that's probably okay. So depending on what they do, I think I will probably flip this Delver here if I can. That's fine, I'll get rid of Augur. So if I can flip the Delver, I will. I'll just attack with the Scavenger. Yes, let's ponder here. These are kind of bad. Rainstorm's obviously good, but the other ones are all pretty bad, so I'll shuffle. Another Angler, huh? All right. So they can get their Stormbound Geist value, I guess. I'm cool with that. I think they should have done this last turn so they can unearth this guy last turn. This is an iffy one. Do I run the Sultai Scavenger into their counterspell I know they have? Nah. If I could have held up either one of these, I would have done it, but I'll be able to hold one of them up next turn. Unearth is fine. I do wish the Spell Pierce were like a Brainstorm or whatever I shuffled away. Whatever card I shuffled away to keep it. I don't have any removal, do I? Those are all gone. Okay, yeah. All right. Now we're getting in there. Thought Scour. Attack with all. Things are looking pretty good for the Mikey Ruru team. Looking like another 4-1 like usual. Which one of these do you think he's going to counter this Delver if I just play it? Looks like yes. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Angler, I think. Gonna be pretty tough for them to deal with this guy. There's some thought to maybe doing Scavenger instead, just because they can't. It's tougher to block. Like another Seagate Oracle wouldn't allow them to block, but. Okay. That guy's fine. Although if they had that, I don't know why they countered my... I don't know why they countered the Delver. Yeah, I could have had my Scavenger up this turn if I had delved one. Like I could have kept one more card in. Archaeum Answer, huh? What's this gonna be? The Unearth? Chainer's Edict, sure. It's just gonna hit my Delver. Ooh, get Gush done. And Gush is unfair. Definitely an unfair card. Oh, I shouldn't have played that. Because if I draw a Swamp, I might want to play both my things. But we're about to make Chainer's Edict look really stupid. I guess at this point, Brainstorm's probably better. Yeah, Brainstorm's probably better than Preordain at this point. Gonna attack with both ground creatures. I think it might be better just to divest here. I don't know what like creatures they could have that could matter. Okay, they have no cards. They have nothing. I don't believe there's anything they could draw that could matter. Obviously, I'll just sacrifice my Augur. Could actually just sacrifice the Delver. Yeah, actually, I'll sacrifice the Delver if they cast Chainers. On account of Delver not doing anything. It's gonna get in there. It's gonna kill him. We did it. Yay. All right, that's probably a pretty good matchup for us, I would think. Their deck is so slow. But I could imagine draws where they just kill me. They're just too short on removal, though. All right, well, another 4-1. Thank you guys for joining me. I always get 4-1s, and this is no exception. Augur coming up huge, giving them the bidness. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys all for joining me and watching. I'm going to try to get these stream replays up on YouTube. I'm having trouble playing music while I'm streaming, so it's perfect for YouTube. They'll just be up there. So anyone who's watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel or whatever. People on Twitch, you can't subscribe. You can follow me if you want. You'll get alerts when I go live. And that is it. Thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.